For you to do something worthy of admiration, you need to be isolated. Isolation is key. This is something I wish someone would have explained better at the infancy of my journey. Many times we have these audacious goals, we have this dream, this big belief to do something big. We carry this piece of paper to our parents, to our neighbors, to people within our vicinity. I used to think this activity only engenders procrastination. I used to believe that the reason we undertake this kind of action is to feel important. But this isn't the case. It's not necessarily to feel important, but we want to be inspired. We want someone to tell us we can do it before we attempt the action. We want to bring it before people we respect in order to get their signature of approval. Also, we know that this goal is very big. We know this goal scares us. So you're explaining yourself to every single people, every single person you find, every single person within your radius, such that when you fail in undertaking the action as you would, and you're very smart to have foreseen all of these permutations, those guys won't laugh at you. So the only thing you're doing is trying to avoid ridicule by looking for people's validation, by wanting cheerleaders to support you in your journey. So you're trying to subsidize your journey. You're trying to remove the obstacle of ridicule as touching your journey of success. My friend, the path of the exceptional individual is that of an exceptional journey. The path to success, the goal or the outcome isn't the goal, is the process because of the kind of individual it makes you to become, the kind of individual it shapes you to become. Isolation is key. Isolation teaches you on how to be self-sufficient. And this is one of the things I learned at the infancy of my career. Had I gotten success at a very young age, it would have destroyed me completely because I would have tried to affiliate myself with some kind of clique or be known with a group of people, somebody on the internet space. Majority of you can't stay 5 seconds with yourself. And this is also the problem with women. They are constantly seeking companionship because they like this idea of excitement. They can't be by themselves, which is where all of man's problem stems from, according to William Blake. Isolation is key. Isolation is key. You don't need people's approval. You don't need someone to tell you you can before you do it. Another thing or another line of thought I would like us to explore on this thought of isolation is it's okay to be alone. It's okay to feel alone. At the infancy of my journey, I heard this quote from someone I respected, very big man. He said, if everybody is wrong, the problem is you. I thought about it, extrapolated that sentence to my current scenario. If everybody is wrong, the problem is me. Does that mean I'm the problem or I'm the cause for the absence of friends? It baffled me for a while. I decided I was going to get friends because my philosophy isolated me at that point. Deciding you are going to get friends means conforming to their habits or thought pattern in order to make you congenial. Because as friends or for any friendship to hold out, there must be a shared habit or a shared line of thought that consolidates the friendship. So adopting those habits and thought patterns, I felt like I was performing. This is not me. of which I abruptly ended those relationships completely. After that scenario, or after that gap, I stopped accepting every single thing I see on the internet. I was very careful of the kind of things I expose myself to. Even me, who's speaking to you, you shouldn't accept what I say as the gospel or receive it blindly. You should critique it. You should understand the philosophy. You should extrapolate it to your own life. Find out my intention behind this discourse. Find out the reason for communication. Because understanding is what breeds conviction. If I say go to the gym 3 times a week, and you just blindly follow that sentence without the understanding of why you should, it's most likely you're going to be indisciplined. And it's not as a result of lack of motivation, but you have not directly seen the parallel of this activity to your overall well being. So sometimes the case is not motivation, it's not lack of discipline, it's lack of understanding. The classical way God trains men is through isolation. History is littered with stories of how God found people in isolation and began to train them. Take Moses, for instance. What was he doing? 40 years at the backside of the mountain. God was preparing him. Abraham, when Lot separated himself from Abraham, the voice of God came. Look left, look right. Everything as far as your eyes can see, I will give it to you. Gideon, when he was hiding, God found him. So it's you. Isolation is training you to become the kind of person that will handle the magnitude of your desires. God knows that it's a very difficult task. You have been saddled with the responsibility of changing lives, changing nations. Isolation is the necessary component, is a necessary elixir in the concoction of success. If you have no idea to be self-sufficient, success is not going to come to you. Or even if it does, it won't be lasting. Every single one of you want to go out there, network, hand out bunch of cards. Let's imagine this. I want you to hold a picture of someone you respect, someone you aspire to meet. All right. Imagine if Elon calls that person up. Mr. Elon, where can we meet? All right, I'll be there. If Elon isn't going out to network, or he didn't spend the infancy of his career running around handing out business cards, then why the fuck are you doing it? That's the problem with most of you. Network. Network as a concept has existed for eons, for decades, and billionaires' children have taught it to their children's children, and their children's children taught it to their posterity. So creating a long lineage of people who sustain this information. And you're just hearing about it now. Network running like a kid. Network, I need men, I need men. What is wrong with you? But the point I'm trying to communicate with all of this, focus on building value, focus on imbibing value in yourself, be isolated, focus on the grind. You don't have time to run around. Yes, there's a place for network and establishing relationship at the infancy of your career, because every single thing is advanced on the strength of relationship. Every business is the business of men. When you say I'm into real estate, when you say I'm a fashion designer, all it boils down to is men. Because men, or for a transaction to be conducted, both parties or a man has to be involved. If you open the vault throw open the banks and remove every single person in this world, it will be valueless because there are no human beings to appraise your assets. So your assets find value in the abundance of men. Do not be that guy when your child walks up to you. Grandpa, how did you spend your 20s? Well, I spent it fighting some porn addiction. Well, you can't stop yourself from jerking off Pornhub. I was depressed. I spent my 20s taking the piss. It's time to relinquish those activities. It's time to relinquish women. It's time to stop the party. It's time to stop taking the piss and grind. Don't be that guy when your grandparents walk up to you. Grandpa, how did you spend your 20s? You're confused. Even your parents, as poor as they were, still have stories. Oh, I fought World War II, and while they were shelling us, and my boys were laughing, and you can see the sparkle in their eyes. What story are you going to tell? What story do you have? What story are you going to tell? What impact are you going to leave on this earth? We're almost into half of the year. First quarter is past. We're approaching second quarter. What have you done from Q1 to Q2? What dents have you made in the mass media machine? How many people have you contributed to their lives? Exactly. Answer that question. Think about it deeply. As always, my friends, it's a pleasure speaking to you. See you next one.